Hey everyone, Rick here, and I just wanted to do a quick unboxing of some movies from a particular series that I enjoy quite a bit, the Friday the 13th series. Now, these two aren't the most particularly loved movies in the franchise, but Arrow still put out some 4K Blu-rays of them anyway, and that is Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. So let's go ahead and see what they got going for them. All right, so here we go. Got my trusty little scissors here. Let's cut this open. That should be enough. Let's come over here. There we go. Got it. All right, so let's see what we got in here. So this is just an accessory for my Pocket 3 that's irrelevant to this. But here we go. Here are the juicy stuff here. First off, look at that. Here's Jason X, 4K HDR and everything, right, as it says here on the packaging. Now, Arrow usually does some really good, excuse me, at least the Arrow company usually puts out really good restorations and whatnot for these movies. They tend to look pretty good, as I had a few in the past. To me, it was kind of crazy to see that Jason X, of all things, was going to be one of the ones that gets a full-blown 4K release, right? I mean, I guess the series itself is pretty popular, and I love it to death, right? It has a special place with me, as it is the series that got me into horror in the first place, right? But I would not have expected it. Look at this, a nice slip cover here, okay? Loaded with special features. Look at all those special features. We have everything from HDR10 compatible, Dolby Vision, also as well included, HDR, stereo audio, lossless, okay, so that's cool. Lots of interviews. So that should be pretty fun to go ahead and sift through. But here is the actual case itself, right? Again, a nice slip cover for those that like slip covers. Opened it up. There's the glory right there, Ultra HD. Now, Arrow does this interesting thing where I know some other companies will put like a Blu-ray version and the 4K, I guess just in case you haven't upgraded to 4K yet, but you might think about it down the line, but you only have a Blu-ray player. That's understandable, but in this case, nope, it's just straight up 4K, that's it. You know what you're getting into in this case. So what do we have here? The Grendel log, okay. What was this? Okay. Just like what we got coming later from Arrow. That's cool. Put that to the side. So you got some stats here on this little Grendel log here. Uber Jason 6'8". Damn. I mean, I know he's huge, right? But 6'8" is kind of huge. And again, I just like these little materials here where you get to read and look at some, in this case, some stills from the back. Okay, just a little bit of the cast and the crew. There we go. So we have an essay here. J.A. Kurzweil. This is going to be interesting to read. Again, like I said in the other unpackaging of the unboxing, of the Beyond on 4K Blu-ray, I kind of was just looking to get off my phone as much. So material like this, you got a couple of essays for me to read, is always welcome. Plus, it gives me a chance to learn a little bit more about, you know, this movie that I guess I'm in the minority, maybe. I actually enjoy it. I love Jason X. It is a ton of fun, okay? Now, what's this? Oh, please tell me. Oh, shit. Here we go. Okay. So we got a pretty cool poster, right? Here is the cover work that we see on the front of the box. And on the back, it looks like it's the original theatrical release. Yeah, there it is. Evil gets an upgrade, Jason X. Now, I might age myself, right? But I saw this in the theater, but I was too young to be watching this movie. Again, God bless my parents for actually taking me to watch Jason X in theater. Really cool. Really cool stuff. Okay? So that's Jason X. Can't wait to give this a check out. Again, like I said, I actually enjoy this movie quite a bit, so I'm pretty excited to watch this. All right, and here we go. Now we have Jason Goes to Hell. Another one of the entries in the series that are not loved by everybody. Again, this one I kind of have a bigger understanding for, as if you've seen this movie. If you haven't, I'm probably going to spoil a bit of it for you here, so you might want to be wary of that. Okay, but Jason's in this movie for like, what, 5 minutes or something? Very small amount of time, as he's just blown up at the beginning by the FBI in a really rather humorous scene where they basically use all the tropes to lure him in, and they just like gun him down and blow him up. It's pretty fun to see. But this is where we have the infamous Jason body swapping. So he's just swapping bodies all over the place. Okay, so I get it, and some people tell me they don't really like this movie very much. I can understand that. You come here to see Jason like butcher people basically, right? And he's barely in the movie. It's like Jason Takes Manhattan, when he's like on the boat for like the whole movie and he's in Manhattan for like 10 minutes. All right. But nonetheless, here's Jason Goes to Hell. It has another awesome slipcover as well, just like Jason X. And you can see here that it has Dolby Vision, HDR10, lossless stereo, and a 5.1 surround sound, just like Jason X. But it has both cuts of the movie, the theatrical cut and the unrated cut. So again, if you're someone who loves the unrated cut, there it is. You have it here. I know that past releases didn't actually have it in there, so that's kind of a travesty. But again, we have a cool slipcover. This movie is loaded again with special features, okay, with introductions from the director, different interviews, okay, with the Robert Kurtzman, the creator of the special effects. So again, you just have a lot of things going on in here. It is packed with special features, okay. And there's 2 discs, but again, they're both, it looks like Ultra HD discs. So you have the unrated cut and you have the theatrical cut. Pretty cool, okay. I'm assuming it's going to be similar. Look, there's the watch arrow. Looks like a little advertisement in this case, right? Put this down for just a second, right? We take a look here. The autopsy investigation now, you know, after they blew him up, okay, and for some reason the doctor's like, you know what, strange black ooze, like it says here. Yeah, let's eat that. Looks delicious. So again, from the very funny scene at the beginning. So again, Jason Goes to Hell. It looks like it's going to be similar in this case, where we get a lot of pictures and some wonderful essays. I wonder if they're from the same person. There's J.A. Kurzweil, yeah, looks like it, right? There's some body swapping about to happen right here in this picture, okay? So again, like I said, this is probably some of the fun stuff that I'm going to enjoy, is reading and learning more about this movie, you know, the process, how it was made, what were some of the ideas behind it, especially this one, because this is a little off the rails for the series, right? Okay, so it should be fun to actually dig into this a little bit, and that's what some of the special features I'm hoping will be in there to actually enlighten me a little bit on it. Like I said, this is very different from what we're used to seeing in a Friday the 13th movie. Remember, that's usually Jason going around butchering people left and right, right? And looks like we're gonna have another poster here, so let's check this one out. I was very happy with the Jason X poster. As you can tell, I enjoy that movie quite a bit, and believe it or not, I actually like this one too. Okay, so here's Jason Goes to Hell. Here's again the cover art that we just saw. Okay, it looks pretty cool. I like it. And here's the original theatrical release, right? Okay, that's pretty cool too. Appreciate these quite a bit. I'm gonna have to find a place to actually put that. But now, wait a minute. I actually now have another question here. Let's take a quick peek. Is this? Oh, it is. Okay. So if you prefer the original release, right? Here it is, right? You can actually flip the cover over and put it there. And I'm sure it's probably the same for Jason X as well. I'll go ahead and take a look at that in a few minutes too. Because how did I miss that? How did I not even realize that that was going to be a thing? Like I said, this series has a special place for me. I grew up watching these movies. They got me into horror in the first place, right? Funny enough, most people don't like these movies, as I've said a couple of times already. but I met someone at Texas Frightmare waiting in line for an autograph. Ooh, fix that. Waiting for an autograph, right? For one of those photo ops, I'm sorry. And she told me the holy trinity of Friday the 13th movies was Jason Takes Manhattan, Jason Goes to Hell, and Jason X. And I was like, damn, I've never heard that before. I like 2 out of those 3, but I don't know about Takes Manhattan. I don't know if I'm on board with that one as much. Oh my God, be careful with that slipcover, right? So let's check Jason X real quick. Here it is, right? I am pretty sure it's gonna be similar, but I didn't see it, right? How did I not think about it like that the first time? Let's go ahead and take a peek. And yeah, there it is. Boom, right? Let's get it. Oh my God. Relax, buddy. There we go. And here it is. Jason X. Same deal, right? You got the original theatrical. Boom, right there. And you also have the new commissioned artwork here that looks pretty sweet. So I'm actually going to use this one, just like I did Jason Goes to Hell. All right. So that's the new 4K release for 2 movies that are not exactly loved in this series. But guess what? They're loved by me. So I bought them, and I love them to death. I got to get my buddies together to watch these bad boys. They're going to say no, but eventually they'll say yes. So we'll get to watch these goodies, right? If not, I'm still going to watch them on my own anyway, so it don't matter. All right, man. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tiny rant about 2 movies I like and an unboxing of these 2 movies again that I enjoy. Y'all have a good one. Take care.